Hey everybody, my name's Jeff. Today I'm going to be reviewing Clouse Creator Science course and see how good that is. I have personally paid for over $100,000 in courses over the last 5 years or so. I've learned a ton and I understand what to look for in buying a course and what might end up being not such a great investment in the short to long term or in the mid to long term. So the short term, you're always going to learn. Learning is always great. And I'm a big advocate of education. I'm a big advocate of mentors. Get yourself a mentor no matter what you're trying to do. And making money online is a thing. Like you can do it. I don't know how many people doing it, but millions, tens of millions. I don't know. There's a lot of people. And there's so many different ways it can be almost overwhelming. Sometimes I even think about how I got started. It was just such a synchronicity. The business model that I got into, I was searching some things online, probably like you are, and I found the right thing. It was the right people. It was the right pitch, if you will. It was the right perspective of exactly where I was at in my life. And I went all in, and my life has changed dramatically. That was about 6 years ago. So I got into the business model that I do, which is basically, we call it pure digital real estate. So I set up a website in a home service niche in a location. I get a Google business listing. I get a phone number. I get the Yelp listings and all that kind of stuff for the business, and basically just set up my own home service business. As calls come in for that plumber, that concrete guy, the junk removal, the landscaper, whatever the niche is that I want to target, then I'll go to the local service providers and I'll say, hey, I have 10 leads, 15 leads, 50 leads per month coming in. Do you want to pay me a monthly fee to get those leads? So they don't know anything about tech. They're not sophisticated in computers. I'm not sophisticated in what they do. So it's a perfect match. They pay me monthly and they're happy to pay me. And I deliver the leads and they're happy to get them. So if I don't deliver the leads, they don't pay me. If they don't pay me, I don't deliver the leads. I just go to the next guy. So it's been a great business for me, and pure digital real estate. So the difference between this and a program like what I'm doing and the program kind of like Jay Clouse is that creator science, like creating, is amazing. I'm creating right now, right? Like it's amazing to be able to create content online, and you can do a blog, you can do a podcast, you can do all these different things, but you have to, no matter what you do, find something that inspires you. So just coming into his world, his ecosystem, and getting hyped up about like what you're going to create and how you're going to sell things online, it can be a little, you can get a little bit um, overexcited. We call it in entrepreneurship irrational exuberance, if you will. So when you get in that mindset, you might jump in and like I'll show you some of his courses. He has a few of them out here, and I have not taken these courses personally, but like he has the podcast like a YouTuber. That's an interesting way to is that just podcasting on YouTube? I don't know. Build a membership community. That's great. Newsletter, uh, online course masterclass, podcasts like the pros. These courses, some of them are lower ticket, some of them are like mid ticket. View all products. Looks like he has maybe some more down here, maybe not. Is he going to send me relationship platform bundle? I'm not sure what all that is. All I'm saying is that when you are in the mode of content creation, you have to love it. You have to be inspired to do it. You can't just be like, well, maybe I can force myself to get in front of the camera and, or whatever, or build a newsletter. Like you have to love it, right? So what I love about what I do is that it's a perfect mix between managing a company, building or hiring people, freelancers or team members to do a lot of the work that is repetitive or kind of like grunt work that I don't want to do myself. And then I can go sell, and I can basically scale it as big as I want because I have the bandwidth to do that, so I can just get more websites over time. I'm building, 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 right? So that's why I love that model. Where as some of this other stuff with creator science, I would think that there's a threat with AI. There's a threat with the motivation. I don't know, like how you can monetize scale a newsletter so that you can monetize it fast enough to stay interested. Might take too long to revenue. That would be my concern on something like that. And then with podcasting in general, like podcasting is amazing, but 5, 7, 10 years ago, starting a podcast, you might be able to be a top dog. Now it's like everybody has a podcast. So the way I see it in my world is that the people who do the business model that I do, they niche down, meaning that they only work with a certain type of home service provider. Then they start a podcast for those specific home service providers, and they direct all of their effort and expertise towards that specific niche. That's when you can make a podcast work, right? Nowadays, and this is just the way I'm seeing it in real time. And I've been in this game for 6 years now. So if you do something like that and you're serving a very specific target audience and you have something to sell them to back it up, then a podcast makes sense. But just thinking, I'm going to go build a podcast and make money from YouTube views or something like that, like that is some people do it, but they have a lot of money to throw into production. They they're able to do everything right. They have the resources to hire the right people and do all the right things. And I've seen podcasts grow from, almost nothing to hundreds of thousands of subscribers and hundreds of, 100,000 views on every video and things like that, but it's rare. So anyway, so those are my thoughts about creator science. Creating is amazing. I mean, I think we need to create, but I think that taking this generalist perspective to it and thinking you're just going to create something and everybody's going to flock to it, those days are over. You need to have something else to back it up, a real service or business or product to back it up. If you're interested in a pure digital real estate play, check out in the description the course that I recommend, and we'll see you on the next review. Take care.